just something I've been thinking about recently, when it comes to my greatest fears. And no, it is not the dark, unfortunately, although that is quite high on my list. It is not my greatest. So, kind of to introduce this, to kind of get some understanding of where I'm coming from, is that, and how I understood my own fear was that I looked at Tony Robbins's Tony Robbins's Tony Robbins's 6 human needs, and it was security, variety, significance, love and connection, growth and contribution. Now, basically, in order for us to be happy, to be fulfilled, all these kinds of nice things, we need to fulfill these human needs in long-term sustainable ways. And then really things like security, variety, love, those things I'm not so worried about. To me, I kind of have them, satisfied. They're not really, I don't have any motivation to fill in those areas. But these areas here, like significance, growth, and contribution, those are kind of like my fears. And especially this one, significance, I want it to be significant. And it's kind of connected with these kind of things, Like, I want to be significant, I want to contribute something to the world. That's how I kind of want to have my significance. And then, I have this fear that, I'm going to turn out to be this biggest bum ever and, not do anything. A lot of people ask me questions like, oh, why do you do this? Why do you do that? I'm like, I'm a fearful person. And I feel not being significant. That is like a really true fear. Like, I really have it playing in my head all the time, What if you just end up, where you are now, same place, same position, same feelings, same bullshit every single day. That's kind of like my greatest fear. Next to that is shit like Conjuring and Insidious. That shit's just fucking scary. I can't handle that. But more so is this kind of stuff. And that really serves as a motivation for me. It's motivational fear. And that's one of the things I learned from Tai Lopez, is that he's saying, you don't need to kill fear. Right? There's no need. Sure, there's kind of, you need to kill the fear that paralyzes you from doing anything. And he says, you need to expose yourself to it and really just snap yourself out of it. But things like this you can keep around. It motivates you to move forward, and that's what I use it as. It's a significance to move me forward. I'm like, okay, I need to be significant. I need to do X, Y, Z today. Otherwise, shit ain't gonna done. I'm not gonna be where I want to be. That's my motivating fear. And I really think it's very powerful. I was just reading Sigmund Freud's Civilization is Discontent. He was saying, we're motivated, by 2 things. Fear, we want to move away from pain and suffering, right? And then we want to move towards pleasure and happiness, all these kind of things. We can be lured with something, but after a time, we can lose hope and faith of ever attaining it. Fear, you never, ever, right? Stop fearing something. You always be fearful of something, unless you're some kind of ultimate badass, which even at that point is not good. Honestly, it's not good not to fear anything. You should fear some things because it motivates you. But you should make sure it's healthy fear. Right now, I think it's kind of unhealthy fear for me because it kind of makes me go over cuckoos and do weird things and go into extreme ends of certain things and, not be in a balanced medium. And that's what I'm trying to kind of figure out right now, is trying to balance all these things out, motivational fear, alluring goals of pleasure and happiness and stuff like that. So yeah, so in the comments below, enter in what is your greatest fear. I don't mean fear of the dog, fear of dogs. I mean like a real deep-seated fear you have. I really do recommend, it helped me a lot to really just think about it, what I was really fearful of, and it really reveals a lot about a person. So do that, and I'll check you guys in the next video. See you later.